This is Newcap News with Gerard Lampow.
Good evening, so glad you could join us. It's being called the city's worst mass murder in more than 50 years. 9 people are dead in the Edmonton area, one of them an alleged suicide. RCMP is still putting the pieces together. From as early as 7 o'clock last evening to around 2:30 a.m., RCMP were busy responding to calls at 3 separate locations. Police are confirming that all 3 are connected in a violent end to a domestic dispute. And the Edmonton Police Chief Rod Connect is confirming that the deceased male found at the Fort Saskatchewan restaurant matches the description of the suicidal man allegedly associated with the scenes at 2 locations, and that he was known to police with a criminal record. Also, that the weapon used in the murders was a 9mm handgun, and that the victim at the Southwest homicide was 37-year-old Cindy Dung.
This is Newcap Weather with Gerard Lampow.
Yeah, so much early on today, if you needed to get the memo that winter is here in Canada, 10 provinces, Environment Canada had special weather statements, warnings, or watches out from coast to coast to coast. Really, some of those are still standing in this hour of relevance to our area. Well, all of the snowfall warnings have thankfully eased off in Alberta. There's still a snowfall warning for Regina and just the southeast corner there of Saskatchewan, and some of the warnings have pushed on into Manitoba, including Winnipeg. There's actually a winter storm watch out for Metro Vancouver area. Would you believe? Let's look at the next 24 hours in our neck of the woods then. There's the high pressure that will be clearing things off once all of this leaves the area. This is the system, however, that's out on the west coast. It is pushing in a warm front, so there's a slight warming trend. But note what this high pressure is doing. It's staying there, stuck like a good goaltender, not letting the puck in at all. So that warm air may try to come on in. Calgary may benefit from it towards the middle of the week. But for the next little while, particularly going into tomorrow evening, we could see some very extreme cold temperatures in our area, as well as in the Battlefords and even in some parts of the Lakeland. What this system is doing out on the west coast as well in terms of temperatures, mind you, they're anywhere from 3 to 6. Their normal daytime high in Vancouver would be 6 for this time of the year. But it'll start off as mixed precipitation, and they could see some snowfall in the higher elevations and even some in the Metro Vancouver area, eventually switching out to rain towards the middle of next week. So 3 at the moment, 10 overcast in Vancouver, minus 19 overcast in Edmonton, dusting going on for both Calgary as well as Regina and Saskatoon as we speak. And as we push on out east, well, minus 16 in Winnipeg, and they're under a snowfall warning. Again, those warnings are upwards of 10, 15 centimeters in some parts. Out east, there's still special weather statements for all of those cities out there, and including in the case of Quebec and Halifax, they're dealing with winter storm warnings, watches, and the whole bag of tricks really, as it's switching over at various points during the course of the weekend from rain to snow and back. So let's jump back to the Battlefords, talk about what's happening in our neck of the woods. Minus 19, heading for minus 28, and then minus 22 is your daytime high, accompanied by a minus 33 wind chill by afternoon, which could dive off to a minus 40 on the overnights into Sunday morning. This is the Battlefords we're talking about. The snow is slowly easing up, but those northwesterly winds anywhere from 15 to 20 kilometers per hour, that's what you really got to be wary about. Lakeland region, minus 20 and overcast, adding from minus 25. That'll feel like minus 29 when it does, but later on, that minus 22 could feel like a minus 32. Once the wind picks up later on Saturday evening into Sunday morning, you're dealing with something around minus 35. Be advised of this. It's going to look good, mainly sunny, but also quite cold. Minus 19 we are at the moment, heading for minus 23. Sliding to minus 26 by tomorrow afternoon with an accompanying wind chill, and by nighttime to the morning, minus 39, rounded off at minus 40, northwest winds upwards of 15 kilometers per hour. So minus 23 will be as high as she gets, sliding to minus 26 in the afternoon. Sunday, that's where we're averaging, and as we begin to clear off on Monday at minus 25, again will feel like a minus 35 Monday morning. Bundle up and be safe. Bart, back to you for agriculture news.